Welcome to Better Call Jules. I'm Jules and this is episode 3. It's great to be back for our first question of 2024 and a very happy New Year to you if you're watching this in January. I've got a tiny favour to ask. Better Call Jules is nothing without your questions, and all you have to do is pop them in the comments box right now and I'll do my very best to answer them each week in one of the upcoming episodes. And of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right now and you'll be among the first to see my brand new lessons that I'll be posting each week. Enough about that, let's get stuck into this week's question. Now, this week's question is from a chap called David, and this one came in via YouTube, which was nice. And David asks, "Hi Jules, can you go back to the very basic of holding the drumstick correctly?" Another great question there from David, so thank you very much for that one. Let's have a look and see what we can do to help. Now, some of you may know there's more than one way to hold a drumstick. And to be fair, we could probably be here all day talking about the various methods that are available and the pluses and minuses of each grip. So I'm going to show you the grip that I use and what works for me. Having a good stick grip is such an important thing, especially if you're first just getting started out on the drums. You may not have had lessons yet with anybody and nobody's had a chance to, put you straight on how to hold it or guide you. So this video is really for you if you've never had any guidance on holding a stick properly and in a way that is going to allow your playing to be relaxed. Your hands are not going to get tense and it's going to set you up really nicely for as you progress and get better at your drumming. Now, the particular grip that I use is called the German grip, which is kind of palm flat, thumb on the side and index finger on the side of a stick in this position. It's very common that you might also see somebody playing with thumb on top like that, which is the French grip. Or you may see somebody playing with the stick it's kind of in between, really, sort of not flat, not like that, but somewhere in between. Whatever works for you. One thing that I know about myself is that I just cannot play thumb on top. It just doesn't work for me. I don't know why, but my wrist just doesn't like moving. It even feels a bit weird when I do that. It likes that very much. So good job that my teacher, dear old Bob Armstrong from the UK, wanted to teach me in that fashion. So pretty happy about that. Okay, so the grip of the stick. Now, if we put our hands up in the air like this, you see we've got 1, 2, 3 knuckles on each finger. And we're going to pinch the stick between the third knuckle, so the top one here, and the thumb, just like that. Okay, and then sort of step 2, if you like, is we're going to wrap the rest of our fingers around the back of the stick. We're just going to bring the stick down like this with my hand relatively flat here. My palm is flat. As I say, I'm not playing like this or like this. Now, what I want to point out here really, really importantly is that the main part of my grip is not here, okay? The main part of the grip that I'm using is these 3 back fingers here, okay? So if I just extend my hand out like this, you'll see that it's a very, very, I'll do it that way so you can see it in the camera hopefully. It's a very, very natural grip. You see when the stick comes into my hand, I'm not twisting or turning or doing anything weird with my wrist at all. It's literally, I'm just receiving the stick and I'm wrapping my fingers and my thumb around it. There's no tension there whatsoever. I can actually take my thumb and my index finger off the stick and it's just cradled nicely in my hand, okay? We don't want to be squeezing this drumstick because the minute you start squeezing it, of course, that enemy of the drummer, tension, is going to start creeping into the forearms and the arm and the shoulder, and we'll be all hunched over and no thank you very much. We don't want any of that. So we want to stay nice and relaxed. Now that we've got the stick in our hand, one thing that I want to really point out, which is really important, is this little gap here. Okay, now why is that important? Well, if I roll that stick up into the second knuckle, so the big knuckle in the middle, watch what happens to that gap. Gone. Okay, the gap is closed and immediately I've got tension in my forearm. and it goes right down to about here, which is awful. I don't feel like I can really bend my wrist much at all, and that just feels like I'm gripping, I don't know, feels like I'm about to bang some nails in or something like that. It really doesn't feel good at all. So third knuckle, 1, 2, 3 is the big one, okay? So make sure you've got it in that third knuckle and mind the gap. Okay, so we've got our grip. We're feeling pretty confident with the way that we're actually holding our stick now, which feels nice. How are we going to develop that? How are we going to build that up? Well, although this video is strictly about how we hold the stick today, I'm going to give you one little exercise. I'm not going to do loads of playing today. I want to stay on the topic of this because this is what's important, getting this grip correct. I love a rudiment, so why don't we just try out something real simple, like a nice little sequence of maybe singles, doubles and paradiddles, and then perhaps just mix them up a little bit from a very low dynamic. Now, a really important thing to do is to give yourself time, be patient, and stick with the grip. Oh, no pun intended, because it will take you time to get used to it. You know, the body is a funny old thing, and it can sometimes take a little while to get used to a particular technique. And this new grip I've shown you today could be worlds away from the grip that you're using at the moment. So I don't know. It may feel really, really weird, or it might just feel a bit different. But give yourself time, stick with it, and I promise you, if you do, it's really, really going to change your playing. It's going to change the way the drums feel for you as you move forward and progress on the instrument. I recommend between 10 and 15 minutes practice, just on a snare or on a practice pad if you can. Slow metronome, 75, 80, singles, doubles, paradiddles, whatever you like. Just get yourself used to that grip and see how you go. I really hope you've enjoyed episode 3 of Better Call Jules, and that today's lesson has given you a much clearer idea about how to hold those sticks. If you've got any questions at all, don't be shy. Pop it in the comments box now, and I will do my absolute best to get back to you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you want to be among the first to see the brand new lessons that I'll be posting each week. That's it for today, and I'll see you in the next lesson.